Yeah, fine. So we'll be moving with the topic. The topic is non-verbal reasoning as well as crypto arithmetic. Non-verbal reasoning will be just simply divided into some different parts, but I will be explaining you some of the parts like folding images, mirror image. Mirror image won't be there, I guess. Folding images, as well as the odd one out figure or the next figure that you should have, and we have the odd one outs and the figure that completes the pattern. You guys might have seen these types of questions. Basically, if you guys have gone through exams called as Navodaya in class 5th, you guys might have been through these questions. But being these topics a part of the placement drives, I'm going through these things. Now the things to remember, as always I say, use simplest thought ideas for solving the questions. Like, you don't need to be like thinking with a higher IQ. You just need to think that what will be coming next, what will happen if I fold. If you guys should go with an imagination world. Like, imagine you have a thing, you fold it, or imagine you have a thing. Whenever you join one part, it should be getting completed in a good way, in the perfect way. Then if you fold something, or if they are given you an image where you should find the next image, you should all imagine these things. If you are good with imagination, imagining the things in a realistic way, these things would go easy. So moving to the problems, there is nothing. And the second thing to remember is every question is easy until you solve it. You guys will feel that, okay, by seeing the question you may guys think that, okay, this is tough, hard, I couldn't do it. Just calm down, be cool, and just solve it. So this is how this things works. We'll not waste time with some other things. We'll be going with the problems. We'll be completing both non-verbal and crypto arithmetic. Then I'll be giving you ideas how to prepare for placement drive of TCS, which you have in 3 or 4 months from now. Now moving to the first problem, everything is easy. Like, I need not want you guys want to train you guys related to this. This is all that you guys can just answer without any, like, this does not have any steps or formulas or something. It is just the common sense that you guys need. Now moving to the problem number 1. The question is like, find out from amongst the 4 alternatives as how the pattern would appear when the transparent sheet is folded at a dotted line. Now what does this mean is, this is the part, the dotted line is the part which is being folded. That is, the right part is folded towards the left part. And this is how the folding takes place here. If the dotted line is at the right and the image is at the left, then the folding will be in anti-clockwise, the clockwise direction. But now folding is towards the left, so it is folding in anti-clockwise direction. This is the image that you have. Now they are asking you, if you fold the right part towards the left part. Now the thing is that this image will be on both the sides. Like, imagine this has been drawn by a marker which can be seen through either sides. There might be some persons, like, if I draw in a pencil on the one side, it is not visible on the other. Nothing like such. The image which is there in the front part is also in the back part as well. So whenever you have an image written on a paper, and if you fold the right part, what would be the answers, what would be the final image that you will get? Can anyone answer this? Like, if you fold this part to the left side, can you say what would be the option which would go right here? Okay, let me do one thing. Let me just solve this one for the first thing. Basically, I'm sorry, let's take a shape. And let me just draw line. You can't just do it for all the things. This is just for a single thing. Imagine you have a circle, basically any shape. I have a circle to like this. And yeah, next thing is you draw something. I'm very weak at drawing. I'm really sorry if I go wrong somewhere. Now whenever you draw this, they have asked you, whenever you fold the right part to the left part, what would be the image formed? One second. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what happens is whenever you fold the right part to the left part, this point will be the same. Like this point will not change. So what happens is the right part remains constant. Now I will just erase the thing. So what happens is I can't draw the half thing. Yeah, just use the pen. So the right part will remain the same, that is you will have a circle. I'm sorry if I'm wrong with that, like if I'm bad with the sketching. I'm born as bad with sketching, that's why I joined engineering, or else I would have gone for MBBS. So this is the left part that you guys get. Now the right part would be starting from the same point, that is this line which is to be drawn to the above part would be starting from the same line. So you will be having this line as well, but when you guys could see in option 1 and option 2, you don't have the reflect part of this line, so you will be getting a line like this. This line will come for sure whenever you fold it, so these two will be wrong. Now there are small glitches and small doubts in option 3 and option 4. Now whenever you guys can see it, as this part is below the dotted part of the above thing, so the above thing does not have a line, only the below thing, right? So whenever you draw something like this in the left part, you guys can see the above part does not have a line here. This is the above part. Imagine this as the above part. This does not have a line, only the below part have a line. Now the thing is, the folding does not mean that it is a mirror image. Whenever you have the mirror image, there might be a chances that this part may go in the upper zone, but it is not happening. But whenever you could see the image number 3, you can see the line which is coming from the center is joining the upper part, which is not possible. So option 3 is also wrong. Now whenever you go with option 4, you guys can see whenever you fold this, or else what you guys can do is you take a sheet of paper, draw this thing, and you fold it by yourself. Whenever you fold it, you can just imagine it in a straight path, right? This will be going like this, and this will be the final thing. Imagine this is not there. So this is how it comes. You guys got it? Any doubt? Any doubt in any part? No. You guys can ask. Do ask, please, if you have any doubt. Any doubt, others?
No.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Now, moving to the second question. I think you guys got the answer. The option is D. Moving to the second question. It is quite similar. The question is quite same. Find out from amongst the 4 alternatives as how the pattern would appear when the transparent sheet is folded at the dotted line. So this is the point where you fold the line. Fine. This is where you fold the line. You have to fold it in this part such that the right part should go to the left part. Anyone who know the answer?
Option D, 4.
Yeah.
D. 4.
Yeah.
D.
It's right. Option D, 4. I think you guys got it. Just it is very simple. Left one won't change. Right one will have the point which is on the dotted line will remain same. Now whenever you see this, the point is not present here. The point of the line 2 is not present here, so this is wrong. And whenever you go to this thing, the first line is not present here. It is crossed. It is wrong. Now as you can see, in the first line it is joining the dotted line part, that is it should join, this line should join in this part, but it is joining in the center, so this is wrong. Whenever you see this, whenever you fold this, it will be tilting at an angle, so this is the right thing. So great. This is all which you guys can expect. There are very rare cases these questions may be asked, but there are chances that this could be asked, so that I don't want to miss some of the small topics which might not be asked. Now moving to the next thing, we will be having some figures. They will be giving you 5 figures, problem figures, and they will be asking to find the next figure, that is the 6th figure. There might be a question where they may be asking you the 3 figures and they may ask you to find the 4th figure by giving the options as well. So this is the thing which I got, so I just posted it out here. So yeah, you'll be having 5 images, problem images in the left hand side, and you'll be having an answer figure in the right hand side. You guys should say which one will come at the next, that is your A, B, C, D, E. You should say which will come at F, the Fth position. So how you guys can do it? Simple thing, you guys need to relate it. Now whenever you guys can see in the first image, there's an arrow mark, and With that you have an S. When moving to the next image, this S is tilted. I mean there is a mirror image here of this S. So this S is tilted in another direction. So we'll be getting a new thing here, that is N. Now the N is tilted, like N is having a mirror image, and we'll be getting a new thing called as L. There is no relation between N and L. Don't be like N, you have J, K, L, M, N and go with 3 and 4. Not like that. These things won't have such conditions. Now next thing follows the same. You have L, you have the mirror image of L, then you will be having a mirror image of, is that Y? If that is Y, then you can just take it as Y. You have an Y which is tilted down. So tilting of this Y will give you the perfect Y, and you have one more called as Z. Now what will be the next thing? You will be having tilted form of Z, which is not at all this one, which cannot be this one as well. This is not tilted. This is not a mirror image. This is just pulling it to an angle of 180 degree. The tilted image should be completely a 360 degree image. So this cannot be the answer, because this is not a 360 degree image. These two are the things which comes as 360 degree image. But whenever you see the top part, you have S, you have N, you have L, you have tilted Y, and you have Z. But the next thing should be a new one. So whenever we can see here, we have S, which is already present in the first image. So the new one is C. Now how can you say there new thing should come? You can go it in another way as well. Whenever you have an arrow mark at the bottom, you should have S at the top. But here we have Z at the bottom and we have S at the top, so which is not possible. We should have an arrow mark to have S at the top. But we can have a condition where we have tilted Z with C at the top. So option 3 is the answer. You guys got it?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Doubts you guys can ask. Please stop me at the point if you have any doubts. Next, moving to the next one. I think you guys should try this. This is somewhat similar. Please try. One second. ఎక్కడికి ಈಗ ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಂಗಾರೆ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಗಿಡ್ಡಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೆದರ್ಸಾಯ್ತಾನೆ. ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತಡಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದೊಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಮುಗಿಸೋಣ. 6:30 ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಮನ್ಸೂರಣ್ಣ ನೀವು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ 6:30 ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಮನ್ಸೂರಣ್ಣ ಒಂಚೂರು ಕಾರ್ತಿಕ್ ನೀ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಬ್ರು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾರು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರೇ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೇಗ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. Guys got the answer? Anyone? Yeah, let me just solve it for you. So whenever you guys can see, there are like throughout the upper part, that is a square. Don't think anything about square because everything is present in a part of the square, inside a square. So we have 5 different symbols inside a square at every square, right? And all the 5 symbols are identical at every square. So the thing is, when you see A, B, C, D, E, this is one kind of one kind of symbol. This is a different kind, different and different. So as there is all 5 different symbols, the next one will have the symbol which is present at the first part, that is a question mark. So sorry for the pause. So we have 5 symbols which is already present inside a square in the center. So the 6th one will be the first symbol, because we only have 5 symbols inside the square, and you guys can see all the 5 are identical, but maybe at the different positions, but all the 5 symbols in each square is identical. So the 6th one would obviously be a square, so the option 4 and 5 will be wrong. Next, we have 3 things which have the same like structure. Now how could we do this? This is again simple as that. Now you guys can see all 5 are identical, you just go with another position as well. Go with the top position now. At this part the top position was square, this is a question mark, equal, into, and triangle. Then the next figure we should be having should have square at the top. So option 2 is the right answer. This is how it works. You guys need not to think in a complex way, instead think in a simple way as well, because whenever you guys get this, you will be thinking like you need to replace everything. Just check how many identical materials are there, how much to solve, and identical things to solve, so that you guys, these things could go easy for you. You guys will think in a complex way, like square is in this part, square will move in this direction, but now it is not moving to the downward part. If you have something which in which square is, or any like any sequence is moving, or any symbol is moving in identical path, you can just relate it, or else just check with the center part and any one position of the thing. Now whenever I say the top part, you can also go with other parts as well. In the first thing, the downward part is x, similarly here the downward is x, middle one is question mark, upper one is triangle, downward is equal to sign, as well as downward is equal to sign. This is why the answer is option B. Did you guys get the answer? You got it?
Yes. Yes.
Fine. We'll move to the next one. The next things could be quite easy for you. 1 second. ಗುರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಂಗೆ ಇವಾಗಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ? ಜೀವ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿನಗೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಚೂರು ನೀನು ಬಚ್ಚರ ಮನೆ ಸ್ನಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಸೌಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಗುರ್ರ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ನೋಡಿ. Sorry, there's a problem in my room. Great. We'll be moving to the question number 5. This is a different kind of thing. This is a very rare kind of question which could be asked, but I felt that you guys should know, you should have some bit idea about it. The question is, choose the figure which is different from the rest. You have 5 questions. You will be having 5 diagrams, or sometimes 4 or 3. You have to find the odd one out of those things. Now moving to this question, the first thing that everyone would be thinking is, pentagon has, this is a pentagon which has 5 sides and it has 5 nodes. It's right. You have a triangle with 3 sides with 3 nodes. It's right. You have a square with 4 nodes. It's right. You have a hexagon with 6 nodes. It's right. You have what you call this, parallelogram with 4. It's right. So there is nothing which gives you an odd one out. But whenever you see it in the like somewhat in a second level of thinking, you guys can see in second one, triangle, the 3 nodes are arranging from the midpoint of a line. In option number 3 as well, the 4 nodes are arising from the midpoint. In option number 4 as well, the nodes are arising from the midpoint, as well as in parallelogram, the nodes are arising from the midpoint. But whenever you go to option number 1, you guys can see the nodes are arising from the vertex of a, that is a point of a pentagon, that is one vertex point of a pentagon, which is not happening in the different 4 symbols. So this is why this should be chosen as the odd one out option. Gottaita? You guys got it? Why did I choose the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
Now 6th one is very easy. I think you guys should answer it. Just by seeing, you guys can answer this one.
Option 3.
Yeah.
Option C.
Great. The option is option 3. The reason is that in option 1 both the lines are parallel. In option 2 as well both the lines are parallel. Option 4 both the lines are parallel. And in option 5 both the lines are parallel. Whereas in option number 3, whenever we extend these two, these may join at some point. Somewhere like this. So the answer is option 3. Yeah. Now this is how I am just taking 2 questions from each kind of topic, so that we could complete it as quick as well. Now moving to the next one, we'll be having a figure where we should add a part of a figure to get a complete image of an 3 by 4 given figure. There may be some conditions will be given half of the figure and you might be asked to like send the other half, I mean select the other half, and there may be some conditions will be giving 3/4 part of a figure and you might be asked to find the 1/4 part. So this is the kind of question. Now identify the figure that completes this pattern. These are easy questions. I think you guys should solve it rather than me explaining this. Can anyone please tell me the answer?
Option D, 4.
Someone have the option as option 4. Anyone else with other answers? Option 1 is not right. Option 2 is also not right. Just check whether it's option
4.
Say option 4.
4.
Yeah, it's right. Anyone with option 3? The answer is option 4. You can just draw the image as well. Draw a line from here to here. Join this. Then you have something which goes in this path. And then joins the upper thing. Very weak at drawing, I'm sorry, but this is how you get the answer. You won't get it out here because this part is very small and this part is very large. Here this part is very large and this part is very short. Here both the parts are equal, but you guys can see this line is coming from the bottom part. But 1 second. This is how this works. Yes, I am using a pen. I could not draw the perfect image for you. Yeah. This is, I guess, how it works. I'm sorry with the drawing, but yeah, this cannot work because the point will be starting from the bottom, like the bottom vertex, but it is not starting from the bottom vertex. It is starting slight above from the bottom vertex. So this cannot be the answer. In this, we can just see these two parts are equal. It is starting from the bottom vertex, so the option will be option 4. Next, we'll move to the next one, which is quite similar as the previous. Guys, do solve this as quick as possible.
Four.
I'm sorry.
Option 4.
Option D.
Option 4. Option 2.
We have
4.
option 2. We have option 4. Any other answers? Option 1 cannot be right. Why? Because this part is not present in the left side. Don't compare this part with the upper one. Do compare this with the left one. Whenever we go with option C, the same thing arises. We don't have this part. Now there is a glitch between option 2 and option 4. In option 2, the image starts from the bottom point, but in the question given, you just need to compare it with the left one, not with the upper one. The image starts slight below from the point, so it will be starting something like this. Then it will be moving upwards. There will be a line joining, and this would be the diagram. There is no chances that this is joining to the bottom vertex. So the option 2 will not be right. The correct answer would be option 4. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? Anyone with any doubt, do ask me. Don't just sit idle and feel that this is not for me. Any doubts, anyone? Anyone with any doubts? If it's no, do say no.
No.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. This is all about the non-verbal reasoning, basically folding of paper or finding odd one out, identifying the figure which completes a pattern as well. Now we'll be moving with the 2 puzzle questions, which are like a bit easier when we say it. We'll be having like these are some kind of simple questions. I won't be having the options here, and you can expect this kind of questions, as puzzles may not be like one way of asking. It is same as coding and decoding. You can't expect like this will be the question which would be asked. There will be different things, but I have just got two things, like how quick you guys can relate. So this made me to like bring two questions of the puzzle. So moving to the first question, which letter replaces the question mark? So this is
Q. Q. Q.
there are someone who is saying it as
Q.
Q. Fine, I'll be just checking it. How could you guys do it? You guys have numbers in the side, and you have the letters in the middle. Yeah, it's right. You guys just add the like numbers. 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14. 14th letter of alphabet is N. Now just go with the other things as well. 6 plus 5 is 11, 9 plus 10 is 21, 21st letter is U. And it's 8 plus 4, 12, 12th letter is L. Whenever you do is, this is 15, I guess, right? 15th letter, is that Q?
17th. 17.
Sorry, 17th letter. Yeah, it's Q. So Q is the answer. Good, the one who solved it. Anyone have any doubt how to do this? If no, I'll be going with the next image, next question. Moving to the next one. Yeah, which letter replaces the question mark? So this is quite ulta of the previous one, but you need something. It is quite simple as well, but you need something which would relate these things. So we have two letters and one number here, and one number. We have two letters and one number here. So the thing is, you guys should relate that things. Like how can you relate this? Anyone with the answers? Do go with the reverse alphabetical order as well. Don't just go with the straight alphabetical order. This is also related to the alphabetical order. Let me just ask you guys, and we'll just solve it in an interaction way. What is the position of G?
7.
7, right?
7.
Now what is the position of V when we come in a reverse order? Z would be 20. Yeah.
22.
In a reverse order, come in a reverse order. If Z is 1,
5.
yeah, we'll be getting it as 5, right? If we come in a reverse order, we'll be getting V as 5. So 7 into 5 is 35. Similarly, do it for P and N. What's the position of P?
16.
Similarly, what's the position of N? There might be something like if you're getting a large value, do try it from the reverse side as well. If I say this is 14, whenever I come for the P in the reverse order, is this 11? Yeah, thank you. This is 11. Now you have G, which will be
T.
like, what is the value of G? Is that 7?
Yes, 7.
Now what would be this?
T.
T.
X.
Yes, we have T. Anything which can multiply with 7 to get it as 60?
No.
X. Is that?
X. So what will be G then? Will G be 7?
No, 20.
Yeah, fine. Go with the reverse thing. J is 20. If this is X, what will you be getting? I guess it's 3, right? So X would be the answer. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? Anyone having any doubt, please ask me. Like the puzzles may not be like identical, like thing which I solve it may not be the same. There might be something very complex where you might take square of a number, you have to separate it, you have to divide one square of a number with another square of a number, you might need to take a cube of a number, or you might have to take a number and if you add +2 in every case you might get the answer. There are different conditions that you guys need to think. Some of the topic cannot be completely solved by a person to make you understand. So we'll be moving to the next one. Similar one, a easier one. You just need a simple way of thinking for this.
9.
Someone has the answer as 9. Great. Anyone with any other answers? Now how did you get 9? This is simple. You add 7, the bottom numbers.
Adding.
Yeah, fine, thank you. You add the bottom numbers, you'll get an answer, subtract it with the top number. That is 9 plus 7 is 16, 16 minus 4 will be 12. This satisfies. You just don't relate to this directly to the question that you need to answer. Instead go with the next one as well. What is 4 plus 1? 5. 5 minus 1 would again be 4. So this also works. Do the same thing here. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 minus 2 would be 9. This is how you solve. I think everyone got the thing. Is that right? ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Yeah, we'll move with the. Any doubts, anyone? Sorry, I just removed my earphone. Okay, fine. Now I'll be moving with the next topic that is called as crypto arithmetic. Now this thing is you can just expect at least one or two question in Infosys. This is the only topic which is like separately done for the placement drive of Infosys. One question was asked this year as well. So yeah, these are the two questions. There will be something like unknown word which may not have some meaning, but you need the values which they ask. The question number 1 is like, if KANSAS plus OHIO is equal to OREGON, find the value of GROSS. Now you need to find the value of each and every letter here. You don't know the value of every letter here. This has some values, and whenever you have this, it simply means there is some 1-digit value for everything. You won't have any 2-digit value for any number. The value will remain from 0 to 9. So these are the 6 number digit plus 4 number digits. So this is why you write 6 digit at the first, you add it with the 4-digit number, because they have given in the addition part. So you'll be getting a 6-digit number. So this is how this works, and sometimes they will be giving you value of any one letter, or else there might be chances you won't get it as well. So they have given you the value of OS5. Now whenever you get OS5, the thing which simple concept or simple idea that which you guys can do is, don't solve whenever you simply solve a sum, you solve from this part, right? You solve here, you get a carry, you come to this part. What I suggest is go from the reverse this time. How should I do it is, you can simply see they have given you the value of OS5, right? So OS equal to 5. So this thing should be replaced by 5. Now you have a letter called as K which represents some number. You don't have any letter which is adding to K, not even the letter which is adding to A which is adjacent of K. So you'll be getting a value which is 1 less than the value which you already have. Basically, if you have 5 here, the letter which you may expect, 1 second, I'm sorry, the value of K would almost be equal to the value of 4, right? Or else what you guys can do is, let me give you another way of solving this. This is fine. Imagine you have the same thing, KAN SAS plus you have OHIO. Instead of O, just write it as 5. You don't know the value of H, you don't know I, you again know the value of O, which is 5. I'm sorry. This is a very tough topic to explain. You don't know R, you don't know E, you don't know G, you know OS5, you don't know the value of N. So, yes. So as fine, I'm sorry. Now whenever you are getting one second. Kiran. Yeah, so even I am getting confused by the problem. Yeah. Okay, fine. So whenever we go with this part, that is K and A, the value of K, it is given that if any one letter has a number represented by a number, the another letter cannot be represented by the same number. So this is how these things work. But now whenever we solve a condition for K, there might be a chances that the value of K can either be 5 or the value of K can either be 4. Now why is that? Imagine you got a carry from a number, you have nothing, which simply means it is 0, right? Below K, and below A it is also 0. So if you have any number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if you have something, imagine A is 9, just imagine A is 9, you get a carry from the previous number, so the value of A will become 10, so you will be having 0 and you will be moving one more carry towards the value of K. So as the rule says, the value of two letters cannot be same, so you can just clearly justify that the value of K could be 4, right? Because whenever you get a carry for a number, the carry can only be 1, because the letters which are present don't have 2 digits. Imagine if you add 9 and 1, you will be getting the value as the carry as 1 itself, or even if you add 9 and 9, the carry would be 1, because the value which you will be getting when you add 9 and 9 is 18. So the carry which you will be getting is 1. So the value of K would be 4, but we don't need the value of K here, we need the value of G, R and S. So we got the value of K as 4, so we'll just represent K with 4 now, so it could be easy for us. Remove it, a 4. Now the simple concept again works with A as well. Now if you have the value of A, you cannot have the value of other digits except K and O as 4 and 5, because there is a rule saying that if one digit has one number, the number cannot be same for the other digit as well, the other letter as well. So A cannot be 4, A cannot be 5. So whenever you add, as you know, below A the value is 0. So whenever you add any number to get a carry, in this condition, the value of A should be 9, right? Now imagine if you have a value of 8, A as 8, or something below that, 8 or 7, 6, 5. not 5, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. If you get a carry, the value of A8 would be just converted to 9, right? Because you'll be getting the carry as 1, not more than that. So you'll be getting it as 9. If you get it as 9, will you get the value here as 4, or will you get a carry to the value of k? No, right? You won't be getting any value to any carry to the value of k, which cannot be possible because two letters will not have the same number. 1 second, guys, I have a call. ಹಲೋ, ಹಾಂ ಆಯ್ತು ಹೇಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಊಟ ಆಯಿತು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ, ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ಹಾಂ ಉಂಟು ತಿಂತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ SC/ST ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರು. ಇವತ್ತು ಬಂತು. ಹಾಂ ಬಂತು. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. 27 ಬಂತು. ಹಾಂ ಸಾಕಾಯ್ತು. ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ತಿಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಪ, ಲೈಟಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಿಸಿಲಿದೆ. ಸರಿ ಬಾಯ್. Sorry guys. Yeah. So as I said, the value of A cannot be less than 9 because whenever you get a carry, you won't get the value as 10. If you only get the value of 10, there would be a carry which will be moving towards 4. So from this you can just justify that the value of A is 9. Any doubts till now? You guys can please ask. Don't just pause somewhere. Doubt idea another? Any doubt, anyone? You guys can ask.
No doubts.
Thank you. Fine. Now we'll be moving with the next one. We need to go it in a progressive part, right? Like from one part to another. We can't just simply jump to another part. So now we will go to the next one. So to get imagine now we have one more thing here. If the value of A is 9, what will be the value of R? Will it be 9 again?
0.
Why is that 0? When you add 9 and 0, will it be 0?
Because
Yeah. You have it. It's right.
no.
Carry 1.
Yes, you will be getting a carry, right? You'll be getting a carry 1 from the previous number, which would make it carry 1 plus 9 as 10, and 10 plus 0, the units place will be 0. So the value of R will also be 0 here. So it's right, the R will be 0. Now we got the value of R as well. We know the value of R, we know the value of O. We need G as well as S. We have G here, we have S here. So when we get S and G here, need not to solve this part. So just check. Now we'll be moving to the next one. So we have N and 5. Now we should give a carry to A, right, to get it as 10. So we need the value of N which should be less than, greater than or equal to 5. Because if we have the value of N less than or equal to 5, there might we will not get a carry to the next one, that is A. So if we have 5 plus 5 will be 10, we will be getting a carry 1, but O is already registered with 5, so we cannot take it as 5. We cannot take it as 9 as well, because We already have 9 for the value of a. So there are chances for n which can be 8 or 7 or 6. There are 3 cases. So we cannot just conclude what is the value of n here, because even we don't know the value of e as well. So I'll just write it in the side part so that you guys can just Now we'll be moving to the next one. Now imagine you have two numbers where you don't know the value. Fine. Now whenever you look into this, that is n equal to 8, 7 or 6, whenever you come to this part, if n is 8, what should be the value of s? Imagine if n is 8, what will be the value of s? Why are you so slow? I mean, why are you so like? S can be equal to 3.
3.
Yeah, if n is 7, what would be the value of s?
2.
Fine. Now if n is 6, what would be the value of s?
1.
Yeah.
1.
So there are 3 cases for s as well. So s can be either 3, s can be either 2, s can be either 1. If we get the value of s, it shows that we will be getting the value of n as well. But we really need the value of s here. So now do we know the value of a? Yes, we know the value of a as 9, right? So a would be 9 at every part, not at only that part. So a would be 9 here as well. We don't know some of the values. Okay, great. Now imagine, now can you guys just say me what is the value of I? As s can be equal to 3, 2 and 1, will we get a carry to the next part?
No.
It's sure, right?
No.
S can be either 3, s can be either 2 or s can be either 1. Because if you add 6, 7 and 8, you won't be 6, 7, 8 or 9, you won't be getting these things. You'll be getting 12, 13 and 14, that is 2, 3 and 4, which is not possible. You need it as 8, 7 and 6. Now, so we don't get a carry to this part from s side. So can you guys just tell me what would be the value of I?
6.
Yeah, it's great. So the value of I is 6. Everyone are getting it right? Any doubt you guys can ask. Do ask. Don't ask at the last part, because explaining it from the very first line would be again a problem. So we'll be just substituting the value of I as 6 now. Now what is 9 plus 6? It's 15. That simply means you'll surely, yes, great. You'll surely get a carry to the next part. Now again moving with the thing. What was the thing that we got? We got I, we got A, we got K, we got O and R. So we have S, H and N to get. So do we know G? Okay, we still need G and E as well. So whenever you add R and you don't have any other O, you know R plus O is 5, right? You just keep it in mind so that you can solve the other things later. Now we have one carry to S towards S, and it is given as S plus H is equal to G. Now even the thing is like we don't know what is the value of S or what is the value of H, but we know one thing is that when you add S plus H, we should also add a number called as 1. So there might be a chances that there will be a carry moment to n as well, or there might not be a carry moment towards n as well. But whenever we go with the carry, imagine we went with the carry for the value of n. Let us just imagine here. Imagine s is some value. Let's take s as 3 for a moment. Let's take s as 3. Let's take h as if you take s as 3, can I take h as 5? You cannot take h as 5, right? There are no chances you can take h as 5 because 5 is already registered with O. If I take s as 3, I should take h as either imagine we need a shift here. If we need a shift, this condition is which I am saying is for this thing where we need a shift. If S is 3, H should be either equal to 8 or 7, right? If H is 8 or 7, we'll be getting an increment. Now if H is 7, what will be the value of G? If H is 7, what would be the value of G? If S is 3,
1.
yeah, you will be getting G as 1, right? So 1 is not registered with any number till now. So let's imagine H as 7 and S as 3, will be getting it as 1. Now if we imagine H as 7 and S as 3, what will be the value of N for you? If S is 3 for you, what would be the value of N? That is 3 plus 5. What would be N? It would be 8, right? Am I right? You guys got
Yes.
it? Fine. So now if the value of H is 7, H can be either 8 or 7, right? If we take H as 8, S should be equal to 2 to get a carry, so that G would be 1. But we guys can see 2 is not registered anywhere as well. So if we take the value of H as 7, take the value of H as 7 and S as 3, so we will be getting the remaining answers as well, right? Imagine S as 3, S plus 5 is, 3 plus 5 is 8, so we will be taking N as 8. We got the answer. Whenever you go with the imagination part as well, you will be getting the answer. Now you will be getting N as 8, which is not with any other number. You got S as 3, and whenever you got S as 3 and you take H as 7, what would be the value of G? 7 plus 3 plus 1 is 11, so G will be equal to 1, right? Gotaagtidya? Any doubt? Any doubt that you guys have? You guys can please ask. ಏನಾರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳ್ರಮ್ಮ. Are you getting this?
Why should I take S as 3?
Yeah, this is just a kind of imagination. Like
Why
this,
should I take S as 3?
it not be like you should take S as 3. If I take S as 3, if I take H as 7, you should check whether you will be getting the value of G not equal to the other values. Did you get it? If I imagine if I took H as 7, H as 8, let me just solve your answer as well. Imagine I took H as 8. Let me take S as 3. Same thing. Or if you want, let me take S as 2 for you. What will be 8 plus 2? What would be 8 plus 2?
10.
10, right? So you got S is equal to 2 and H would be equal to 8,
8.
right? And then what would be the value of N? 7, obviously, right? But you know, don't need the value of N here, you need the value of S. So just substitute the value of S here and you will be getting the value of G as 11, right? The same thing. 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 plus 1 will be 11. So just substitute it, G will be 1, R plus O is already 5, so 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. You have the option as 10 now, but there would be some conditions that you guys should follow. If the value of N is 7 and you have 5, what is 7 plus 5? You will get a carry as well, as right? You will get a carry as well, because 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. So if you get N as 7, you just substitute N here. What is 7 plus 5? It's 12. What is 12 plus 1? It's 13. Is 3 fixed? Is 3 fixed to any number? Is 3 fixed to any number? Any digits? I guess it's no. So else you can just go with this, right? That is 4, 9. What is the value of N? 7. What would be S? 5 if it's 2. 9, and again S is 2, and 5. If you take H as 8, 6, and 5. Just check whether you'll be getting the answer or not. 5 plus 2 7. N and N are satisfied. You should get it for A as well. 9 and 9 are satisfied. 2 and 2 are satisfied. Any other which is common? OHIO, 5 and 5 are satisfied. If you take H as 8, I as 6, K as 4, just solve it. What is 5 plus 2? 7. 9 plus 6 is 15. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 7 plus 5 is 12. 1 is 13. Take a carry. 9 plus 1 is 0. 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay, you will be getting 4. You will be getting it as 503157. 50, E is 3, G is 1, O is 5, N is 7. So now, whenever you add it, what will be getting it as? 10, right? Are you guys getting it as 10? Whenever you add G, R, O, double S? 1?
Yes.
Yeah, 10. Now just check, whenever you add, substitute S as 3, and whenever you substitute H as 7, just check what will be the answer that you will get. Check for the same purpose. Even as I do, you guys, without me trying these questions, even I solve these things here, I won't just go back and check the answers. So yes, what is you'll be getting it as 1. If H is 7, then N should be 8. 4, 9, 8. S is 3. The remaining things will be same, I guess. Yeah, again S is 3. O is 5. H is 7. 6 and 5. And get 5 plus 3 as 8.
It will be wrong.
5. You get a carry. You get it as 1. 8, 13 and 1, you will be getting it as 4. Great. C. Now, value of K was 4. And whenever you solve it by substituting value of S as 3 and H as 7, you will be getting value of E as 4 as well. So you can't get two numbers equally. So the option A would be wrong. So the other option, which like the person who just told me, what if we change, that is what will be substitute S as 2 and H as 7, I mean H as 8, you will be getting a unique answer which is not relating to like one letter will have only one number here. So this is how it works. So the answer should be C. If you still have any doubts related to this, you have this question in Prepinsta. This question is asked in Prepinsta. If you guys go crypto arithmetic, they will be having crypto arithmetic for Infosys. This is the first question. The question which I picked is all from Prepinsta, but I didn't see the answers. So this is how it works. There might be some confusions in the middle, I know that, because even I got confused in the mid part. So even if I would have solved it, I would get an error here, so I would go back and solve it again. So they have asked you to find the value of G plus R plus O plus S plus S. Don't just solve these single values and just see what are the options. Instead you should solve the second part as well. This is how this works. You guys got it? Gotaita? Anyone still have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt?
No.
Yeah, fine, thank you. Why is the sound of no is so bad? Is that like yes, but I can't say you know? Fine. Now, yeah, these two questions basically I need you guys to solve this. this is same as the first two, but they have not given you any values to like remember, like any value for some letters. So you guys should take this question now. Already 6:13. I guess I should take a screenshot and I could send it to the group. I don't have shortcut in my system to crop the things. You guys try it. If you won't get it, I'll be solving it tomorrow. When I need to solve this as well, but it will take a longer time for me. Fine. So this was all about crypto arithmetic as well as non-verbal reasoning. The basic thing there is, guys, when you guys go with crypto arithmetic, you need some like different quick skills to solve it. It is not the question which will take around 1 minute or 30 seconds like that. It would surely take you up to 3 to 4 minutes to solve. So do make it quick to solve it. If you guys couldn't solve it in the given time, please be sure that you guys go to the 75% of the problem and you can just take the nearest value of which you think is the answer is. Imagine you feel that the answer is 9 but you are not getting it and the answer is 10 somewhere. Just go with 10. Only one question will be asked, but this was one question was asked in Infosys the previous year. I took long time to answer that as well, I know that, but I request you guys not to do it. So this is all about non-verbal reasoning and the crypto arithmetic. You guys solve those two things because if I solve it, it may take some long time. Instead, if you guys use your own brains to solve that, I'll be solving it as well by today. So I'll be if you guys do not get the answer, I'll be sharing you the solution by tomorrow. Right, or else you guys can go with Prepinsta as well. That is the only best website which gives you the perfect explanation of this. The explanation is not like they won't be explaining each and every step. They'll be just giving the answers in sentences where you should understand and you should solve it by yourself. This is how this part works. This is all about today's session. Any guys, and do you have anything to ask? You guys can ask. You have 4 minutes to ask something. After that, I'll be just giving you ideas how to solve, like how to go with the upcoming placement drive that is Infosys. TCS. Anyone have any doubt? You guys can ask. Let me just stop sharing the screen. I think I didn't send you yesterday's questions. Don't do that. Anyone with any doubts? Any doubts you guys can ask. Please do ask. You guys say the sessions go good, but you guys are not responding with anything. How would I feel that the session are going good? Yeah. Anyone have any doubt? You guys can please ask. If you guys being so silent, I could not just see what you guys have doubts in. Anything?
No doubts.
Yeah, sure. No doubts. Great. The persons who are really interested in joining TCS, you guys have around 2 to 3 months. If you are not registered in the TCS NQT for the drive, please do register. Anyone who have registered till date in TCS? For TCS, anyone here?
Good evening.
No, we got notification this week.
Hello, hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
In TCS NQT
Yeah.
ಅದು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೇಳುತ್ತಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ ಬಂದಿರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಲಿಂಕಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಅದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ, ಈ NQT ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಈ NQT ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೀ ಇದು.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ,
ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಾ?
ನಾನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ NQT ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದು
ನನಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೇಲ್
ಓಕೆ.
ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆ ಥರ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಲೈಕ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಒಂದೇ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅವರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದೊಂದು ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಲಿಂಕ್.
ಅದಲ್ಲ,
ಹೇಳಿ.
21 ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಹಾಂ,
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ 20 ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿದೆ, 2021 ಅಂತ.
ಏನು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ 2021 ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಅದೇ ಡೌಟ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳೋಣ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಹಲೋ,
ಹೌದಾ? ನೋಡೋಣ. ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನವಂಬರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ 2000 ಟಾಪ್ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇರಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದೇ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದೇನಾ ಪೇಜ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು? ಹೀಗೆ ಇತ್ತ?
ಹೀಗೆ ಇತ್ತು.
ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದೌದೌದು, ಸೇಮ್ ಸೇಮ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಬಟ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ,
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ನಾವು ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ
ಈ ಥರ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಪೇಜ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ. ಅದು
ಹೌದಾ?
ಇದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇದು ಲೈಕ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ನ, ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗಿಂದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಥ್ರೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ
ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ NQT ನಿಮಗೆ 2022 ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೈರಿಂಗ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಫ್ರೀ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷನೂ. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಒಂದೇ ಅವರು ಲಿಂಕ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದು ಬಂದರೂ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ.
ಮತ್ತು ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಗೈಸ್, it's not only TCS which will be hiring through the NQT. You'll be having these companies which also be hiring through the T companies as well. See, TCS will be hiring Mphasis, Publicis, Ambient, Teamlease, Quest, Vedantu, Tata Electronics, Titan Company, Equifax. So these all will be the companies which will be hiring based on your NQT score as well. If you write an exam, if you feel that you are not cleared anything, like if you are not cleared TCS, don't be just like no, I have not sent it. ಬಂದಿದೆಯಾ? ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ someone has said link ಬಂದಿದೆ. mention TCS Ninja. Okay, you have the link. Here's the link for more details. Yeah, we have a link from a person. Wait, we'll just go with the link as well. ಈ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಪೇಜ್. ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಪೇಜ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಗೈಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್.
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಒನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.